Hello everyone, let's start from where we ended our last live session. To correct the texture over here, what we need to do is I might have to install an add-on maybe because I don't know how to do this in vanilla Blender, but there is an add-on called uh, what do you name it? I have no clue. One second, let me check if something can be done. Uh, is there any option in Blender Pack Island? There should be like I have an add-on called Zen UV. So in that there is an option in which like we can quadrify these islands. So I don't think so. It's like part of Blender, I guess. Uh, so let me just install it. Edit preferences add-ons and we'll install from disk. We'll go to like downloads, or maybe like I have a folder with me, Blender uh, with story, add-ons and more, Zen UV, the last one. I hope it works in 5.0. Oh, I guess it's not working, so I might have to download it from like Blender Market and check if the 5.0 version is available. Blender Market or Super Hive, right? Super Hive. So you can purchase this add-on if like you want things to work perfectly fine, because like these things will help you achieve the best results quickly. So I'm logged in. I'll go search for like my account, or no, my orders, Zen UV, go to downloads, and this is the add-on that I'm talking about. So 5.2 version is available. I don't know what's new in this one, but we'll download this. I hope it works for Blender 5.0. Okay, so I'll go to the folders, I'll copy it and paste it where the other add-ons are. With story add-ons. Okay, done. And I'll first of all remove this one if possible. No, it isn't until unless it gets on, but this is like another bug, I guess. So let's go back to install from disk and we'll try installing this version. I hope this works. No. Subclass then UV list OT entry remove. Even this one doesn't. Is there a way to like actually the thing is that this one didn't got removed, so the other one didn't got installed. So let me just try to manually remove it, but I might have to close Blender, I guess. First of all, let me figure out. Okay, one second. Let me open that folder first where it has been installed. C user C drive user Blender data or app data. Where is app data? There is no folder called app data. That's not cool. I can't even copy this one. See user app data. App data is not over here. Blender Foundation 5.1. Alpha 5.1 Python scripts add-ons Rigify is there. ZenUV no. Can I use another thing? One second. Even this one is saying this folder I cannot figure it out because it's not available where it's saying. Anyone has any idea about it? I can't see app data folder. That's strange. Why do I have to do so many hit and trials? I have no clue about it. Contacts, don't save, links, no. App. Okay, something popped up when I searched it, but it's empty. Let me just first of all, I might have to save this one and I'll turn this off. I saved it just now. I'll open it again. Character 1. I hope it has been removed on its own. No. Oh, now it's working. How come? Let me see if it's working correctly or not. Okay, something is off, but I guess what I want to do might work. Like I want to select these four. I am pressing L. 1 second, let me just turn on screencast keys as well. Okay, L. So I'll go to 3 face select. Before doing it, I'll go to this section, this symbol, and I'll click on quadrify, and you see they have been converted into like rectangular blocks instead of the original shapes. And I'll select all, and there is like, I guess, an option to you, like, you can go up here in UV and pack islands, pack, and what I want to do is I'll rotate it oh, 1 second, I'll turn off proportional editing and rotate it 90 degree in minus direction so that both are in the same direction. Otherwise there'll be some or the other issue which I don't want. GY a little bit, and I guess this will work fine. L G to somewhere like this, L G, and place it somewhere like this, and I'll come out of edit mode and turn on my texture. You can see earlier they were like quite, they were like zigzag kind of, in some zigzag kind of situation which they are in now. Alt H, alt, okay, so some are left, so I need to correct them too. So what I'm gonna do is I'll press L in my UV. I'll select them by pressing L. That would be really tough to select, but okay. I'll press I again. I'll select them like 3D viewport, but you need to turn on Zen Sync, or like this button over here, UV sync selection. You need to turn this on before selecting it here, otherwise it will not get selected in the UV editor. I'll move them on X axis, GX, like this, and now I'll press N and go to this button again and quadrify them, and I'll select all and again go to UVs, and I'll choose pack island again, and I'll pack them again, but again it's like it has made these two vertical. I don't want them to be like that, or we can check first things are okay, then we might not have to change anything. But I think it would be better if like they are together. I don't know why Blender doesn't, you know work this way. Like it think it should be like the similar objects should be aligned together, I guess, rather than being like 90-degree shift. Because if the texture is complex, then it would be like not matching it correctly. This is like a very simple texture, I guess, so it works. First of all, I'll add a color to this. I'll go to edit mode and select all these edges, this edge loop. I'll duplicate it, P selection, and I'll just close that UV editor for now, and I'll select that single loop. There's its name has been changed and it's like another object now, so I'll go into edit mode, and I need to first check like how I want my collars to look. So I'll go to Google and check for references. uh, Images. Okay. For a collar, I might have to, like change the shape of the dress. Let me just hide this one for a moment and go back again. And I'll select these two edges, press O proportion rating on GX. To something like this. And I'll go to sculpt mode. And like smooth things out somewhat like this, so that we can add a good collar over here. I'll press shift and like smooth things as per like what I'm thinking, right? I cannot explain those things in word. Like I think like this should be a better way to do it. So I'll bring these edges closer. I'll grab them and bring them out a little. And this is better. Now, first of all, I'll delete this object, go back to edit mode, and now I'll select this loop. I'll duplicate it, P selection, separate them, and I'll go to edit mode again. And now I'll turn on, first of all, what you call word selection by pressing 1, and I'll go to transparent view and select all of these, and I'll extrude them. A little down. Okay, so I'll turn off proportional editing first and GZ a little downwards, and I'll go to side view. In transparent view, I'll select these edges. I'll turn on proportional editing and I'll select connected only, so that I guess these edges won't get affected if I move them now. Okay, they still do. So I need to like carefully work around, I guess, or maybe turn off the proportional editing for a moment. I'll move them up a little more, and now I'll go to sculpt mode, I'll scale my brush down. Okay, so even that doesn't work out well, like smoothing it out doesn't work. So I'll go to edit mode again. I might have to manually manipulate these things. I'll move them like GZ. I'm in side view right now. GY. To something like this, and I have to carefully bring these edges like downwards. So I'll select all of them. I'll press ES, scale them. Like this much, I guess. Come to side view, GY it like this and scale it back in a little. This much is fine. I'll GY it a little bit more. I'll select like 1 second, let me go to side view. Okay, I'll go to another side now. I'll select these. I guess I have selected one extra word. I'll unselect it by pressing shift and left mouse button. I'll press GG to scale them down, and I'll move them downwards. I'll scale them more. Okay, I'll scale them on x-axis. This much is fine, but I might have to maintain the shape that's getting lost, so a bit tricky part, but as we have to work manually over here, I'll move them down a little more, somewhat like this. I'll bring these two up, but like I'll turn on proportional editing. Something like this, and I'll scale them on x-axis. Or first we should like scale these down. S to scale down, and we might manually move them a little bit here and there. Like I'll press GG, double G to move them along the edge. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Give me a moment. better. As my mirror is on, I think it will affect the other side as well. So I'll turn off proportional editing and move it manually. GX, something like this, and double G to move it along the edges. I can just like move this word down, even this one. This one needs to go down as well. GG. Something like this. But the problem now is that these face orientation is screwed up, so we need to like, so I'm going to tell you another command which is like Alt N. So we'll press A, Alt N and flip, so that all that red area is like hidden inside and all the blue faces basically are outside. I don't know why I am not being able to see the blue color on the outside faces. Has it been removed from Blender or what? I have no clue. Okay, so somehow proportional editing is symmetry isn't working correctly. I might have to like mirror this again, and I'll just remove these extra words. Like I'll select them and X words, delete them. I'll do one more thing. I'll have to like, or I'll just do a symmetrize them by like adding a mirror modifier first and then bisecting it. So now it's working correctly, and I apply it, and now I'll add few loops so that we can smooth it out if we want to, and I'll add a loop or two on the inner side as well, 2 loops at least, and right click shade smooth, or shade auto smooth would be better because it works on an angle. So on the angular side it's like more like it doesn't smooth out, so we have a good crease over here. And we have something like this, and what we can do is create these for these as well. So I'll go back to solid viewport by pressing Z. I'll select this loop and right click, mark scene. Okay, and AU unwrap. I'll open my UV editor again. First of all, I'll merge these together. So I'll press Ctrl J and go to like select all of them and press M by distance. 60 vertices has been like joined together, and now I'll press A, U unwrap by angle again, and I might have to do quadrification again, as it has been lost. The data has been lost again. So I'll press L on all the possible, outputs which can be converted into. Okay, why is there only one dress? Okay, so some this has been added. Wait a second, we don't want this seam over here. I'll right click and clear seam and press A again and U unwrap, and now we have two of front and back of the dress, like main shirt part basically for the upper body part. So I'll start pressing L and select, or I can do one thing, I'll select these two and press Ctrl I to select, invert my selection, and press N and go to Zen UV and quadrify it and select all of them. And there is another add-on which I like to use, that is UV Pack Master. It does a better job than this UV pack iron thing in vanilla blender somehow. So I'll pack it again. Feeling quite sleepy right now because I was working all night. It's been 6:30 now. I started working around 9 last night. So almost 9 hours up already. So the collar takes same texture, but I want to give a different texture to collar. So I'll press S. Okay. I'll first go to paste select mode and then start selecting my collar. I guess it's selected. I'll go to material panel and I'll add a new material. New. Come out of edit mode. Press A. I'll bring a cube. I'll find a cloth material again. Cloth. Okay. First of all, we need to select the material option. There are so many materials to choose from, but I want a very simple, something like this would work. I'll change the color later on. Let's go with this one, and the name is cloth brown. So we'll come over, we'll select the cloth of our character first, and then we'll go to materials, and we'll select this material. Like, it can, any other material could be selected, but we'll select the material which we want to change. So we'll select this one and go to the, open this option panel. We can search cloth brown, but there are very less textures, so it's already there. I'll go to edit and now assign it, and now we need to change the texture scale as well and color also. So we'll now go to shader editor. First I'll increase the size to 10. Okay, 20. Or this looks more like wool. which I don't want, so I might have to change the texture as well. I'll go with 50 maybe, so it looks quite smoother. Like, yeah, this is better. I'll change the color now. I'll change the color from brown to like purple maybe, and this one to like light. Actually, brown was better, or orangish color was better. So yeah, this looks good. I'll save the file. Saving is very important. I'll change the color of eye as well. I'm not liking the color at all. I'll change the color to like something purple only, because it will complement the clothes as well. And I'll delete this cube now because we don't need it. I'll save it, and here we go. I need to add some looks of bed, so let's get started with that now. I'll do one thing. I'll select these two edges and scale them on Z. And go to transparent view. I come to front view and deselect the upper loop and scale the bottom loop a little more, so that it gives a feel that there is a okay. So we need to there's one extra loop in between these two seams, so we might have to adjust that on Z axis, and even for the bottom one we might okay. I'll go to solid viewport so that we can see what we are selecting, and I'll select this loop, bring this loop down by pressing GZ and scaling it a little bit, and that should do. I'll select this loop because it's getting distorted. I'll just open my loop tools and relax, or maybe space, no, circle, no, asset 0, no, nothing's happening. I need to see how can I fix that. I'll first of all join to left and close that material shader panel. One thing that I can do, I guess, is okay, so I need to fix it up till here at least first. GZ, no, it's way off. SY a little, and now if I move it on Z axis, things are better. I might have to check from the front side as well. I might have to do the UVs again, definitely, I know that much, but would be worth it, so we'll do it no matter what. So before doing UVs again, I'll first of all symmetrize it so that this side is more like clear to this side. This side has gone up, like some disturbance is over there, some sort of noise, maybe while we were giving some simulation to cloth in like sculpt mode, something went off. So I'll go to sculpt mode again first of all and move this part like inside, like it's kind of weird, this angle, what's happening over here. So I'll increase the scale or decrease it a little bit, a little bit more. I don't know what's the problem with this one. I think I should smooth it out a little bit. That would correct things better than grabbing and moving them, and from the front as well. Yes, this is good. Oh, now I'll go back to object mode. I'll go and add a modifier, mirror, bisect, control A, and now things are better, but like something went off over here that we need to correct. So I'll go to edge mode and select all these, and I'll select these edges as well and these one too, and press right click or like X and dissolve edges. Go back to sculpt mode and smooth things out. Come back to edit mode, way better. I need to do that for these two edges as well, like X, dissolve edges. We'll check if there is any problem anywhere else also. We'll delete those edges. Okay, now it's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'll add one loop over here, two over here, and one at the back. At back I can have the center one, so I'll select these two edges and these two edges. On this side I'll select these two edges and these two edges, and in front I'll select these two, and here I'll select these two and these two. I'll just duplicate them, P selection, come out of edit mode and select these edges only, object, go to edit mode, select these four and right click, bridge edge loop. So we might need to flip the the mesh, alt N, flip, and I'll add few loops and I'll select all the center ones which are like horizontal on the latitude, I guess, not the horizontal one, or not the vertical one, only the, oh sorry, by mistake I pressed hide. I'll not hide them, I'll move them out, go to front view. Okay, something like this. I'll scale them on Z axis and transparent view, I'll select these two and press double G, and over here also I'll press double G and move them closer to, okay, double G and something like this, and move these like this, and I can even like L, or select this edge loop and move it with double G, even this one, and I'll do this again for the rest of them. Right click, bridge edge loop, I'll do this with these also, bridge edge loops, and the last one at the back, bridge edge loops. I'll start adding 3 loops to each of them, and I'll go to edit mode, select all 6 of these, come to this angle basically and move them out. I'll select this loop with like by pressing L and Alt N to flip the faces, and select these two and press double G and G Y a little, or and GX also a little, and double G again, GY, GX. That's too much. This much is fine. I'm manually doing it right now, and I'll manually move this near to the belt basically. Now I'll do the same thing for these two which are left. I'll move them out first. I'll move these back to GZ and manually move these or align them like this. Okay. So this is what 3 of them looks like. I need to like squeeze this one and this one like a little more because they are way too big. Double G, select this loop and double G. I'll do the same for this one as well. And the last one but not the least, I'll press GY. Okay, this one is left to be selected, GY and double G, GY, double G, GY, press L, Alt N, flip, done, save. I'll go to modifiers and add a mirror modifier, and I'll do a bisect as well so that the previous one gets lost. So what I can do is GX, or like add two of them, maybe that would be a better option at the back, something like this. Come, I need to do one more thing, that is like mark seams so that we can add UVs, like unwrap UVs for them. I'll select all the borders. By the way, the add-on which I have, ZenUV, can do this on its own. I would not have to do, but I'm like manual selections now because I've already installed it. But like most of you won't be having it, so again I'll be showing you how to do it quickly. That's all. Okay, something went off. Unwrap could not solve any islands. Why? Achha, okay, mirror is on, maybe that's why. I have no clue, but I'll just apply this modifier. U unwrap by angle based. Okay, I guess I might have to open my UV editor again. So these are the belt loops of on the dress. Okay. Oh, what's next? The buckle. I'll add. First of all, let me just join them together and see how it looks. It looks okay to me. I don't know how do you find it, but I am just okay with it. I have no like regrets, or I don't know what the word should I use. I don't have any problem with it, so I'm fine with it, cool with it. All I want to change is this collar. I want to have it somewhere like this and move it up like this, so I might have to click on this. I guess okay, I'll go to face it first. L and I'll press L over here again and P selection. Now I'll select these two words, turn on proportional editing and scale them. On x-axis maybe. And might have to manually set them. G G and I do same for this one. This looks way better than before. Control A, go to edit mode, A, M by distance. All the words have been joined together now. I hope these are completely separate from the main dress. Yes, that's fine. Save. And let's start building buckle over here. I might have a texture that I want to add to these leggings. Let me just, okay, first of all, I'll add a basic cube, move it up, scale it down, GY it, GZ, scale it a little more. I might have to apply the transforms. As I told you, it's the best way to work in Blender if you are manipulating any object in like 3D viewport. Scale it down on that and GY it a little more to somewhat like this, and like rotate it on x-axis, something like this. And in edit mode, what I'm gonna do is I'll first of all go to solid viewport and turn off face orientation, and I'll minimize the UV editor. I'll go to face select and select that backward face, back face basically, not backward face, back face, and even this one. I'll press double G and move it closer to the belt and move the entire cube a little bit down. Yes, that's fine. Save it. I want to like add a very thin bevel to the entire object, something like this, and I'll press Ctrl A, all transforms, and I'll add a very simple basic metallic texture. And let's see how it looks. Orange colored, which is really bad. I'll change it to like maybe a golden or a copper kind of shade instead. Or if I change the color to purple only, a darker shade, or if I select this color, that's better. I'll reduce the roughness and even a little bit of metallicness. It's like it's there, but it's kind of like again something like we did to the collars. We have done this to the belt buckle. I think it would be better if these are also of those color. Let me just try that to select the loops, belt and give them this color and see how it looks now. I guess this is a bit better than before because like that dress texture was like quite small on those on that small loop, so I was not liking it. But yeah, it's like it's your choice how you want to work on your character, because like I'm going to take the entire model as well as the clothes to Substance Painter, and I'll be working on like the textures there because it's way easier to work there. I'll show you that. But for like a reference point, like we are building things up, so we should know how we are, where we are at the moment of in our development phase of our character. So it's better to have a good idea with basic textures at least. I'll press Z and go to solid viewport, and 3. I'll select 3 at least on both the sides and do the same with these 3, and I'll assign them to cloth brown material, even though it's not brown, but yeah, why not. I guess I can do more or 2 more. Let's go with 2 and assign them. Yes, better. And I do this with like the bottom faces. I'll assign a material like this to these. So nice, save it. Now as I want to add a texture, let me just find that file first. I think it's available, my project. Oh, assets and textures, reference. Let me just find it on the download page if it's available here. Downloads. View large icons. No, it's not here. Where it can be. Should I just turn on Substance Painter and check? Okay, I might have to log into Steam. Okay, no need to log in. So I bought Substance Painter from Steam, 2024 version. It was available for like $200 or somewhat like that. But it's like it was like a one-time pay instead of going for like a subscription model or something like that. I can't find that texture here as well. I don't even remember the name of that texture. If if I am not able to find it in next 30-40 seconds, I'll move on. Okay, I found one, but not that floral one. Why? I'm feeling very sleepy. Let me check if door, which new texture, dress or open, which dress, no, open. Texture new. my project, which assets and textures, which dress textures, substance painter file, dress. I'll open this file and find out. Okay, so it's here. Maybe I'll find the name for it somewhere. Height. So the file is here, like it is in my PC, but I don't know where I have saved it. That's the trouble. It's so funny. Okay, I found it. Grayscale. I'll just can I download this project path? Export resource, and I'll export it. Tutorial assets. Okay, no. Let's do it here. I'll name it materials and select folder. Should I open that folder now? Okay, so here it is. Let me just close this file, save and close, and open my file, and I'll open my shader editor. I'll select that skin shader, leggings, basically leggings shader. I'll add this image. I might have to use a mix shader node, and I'll add it after the principal BSDF. I'll duplicate the principal BSDF shader. I'll add this to color and even alpha, I guess, and add it to the fine shader. Okay, so the textures are really big. So what I'm gonna do is I'll add Control T and bring mapping and texture coordinates and increase the texture size to 10. So you might see that there is some flawed design to the leggings. So I need to add like mix color node, maybe mix color node, and instead of white, what if we change it to black, and instead of mix we multiply it. No, nothing changes much, or does it? Yes, it does. We get like floral leggings. These are the small things to add, I guess, and they like not might not be even visible in many of the scenes, but if it is, like, then if someone notices it, it's really great. Like they'll be like impressed, like someone has worked on even that. It's like adding details, slowly developing the character. That's all. Now I'll be like, I seriously don't want to kind of work now because I want to sleep. My eyes are like closing down at like every 30 seconds. I just want to, fall down on my bed and just go to sleep. Let's do a small render and we'll call it a like I'll call it done for now 0, and I'll press F12 and okay. So the quality is really poor, but yeah. Okay, I'll fix the lips before going because I was talking about that in the previous live session as well. So I'll simply select these words, press GZ and GZ on this one as well, and I'll select these 4, press GZ and GG on this one. Okay, did it make a difference on that side? Oh yes, it did. I'll move these 3 a little back with pressing double G, getting cold as well. I'll move this back as well, and I'll move this to somewhat like this instead, and move this down a little more. Something is off. Okay, now it's better. And for the bottom ones, I'll move this like GY a little, or I'll select, okay, from here to here I'll select all and move them back on Y, and move these on the Z axis a little, this one a little more. So there are some artifacts that we need to address now. So I'll go back and not move them like this. Instead I'll be using, I should be using proportional editing, I guess, or moving these faces instead of like only the words. So now more artifacts like even bad shading. This is just too much, so I'll move it back up to something like this. Yes, and somehow the upper lip almost equal to the lower lip, which I'm not liking personally. So I'll select all of them, move them down a little Z axis, and edges that are under line and again press double G and move them down more, and I'll do that for the bottom one as well, which are completely straight, but let's move them down too. Again select these. I don't want her lip to be like some surgery has been done or some plastic surgery has been done on her lips. I don't want something like that. Don't want something like that. What if I add a loop on here? Things are much better now. I have to like push these in IS GY. Way better. I'm not happy with the lips right now. I might have to do some rework on them, I guess. I'm selecting all these words with proportional rating on. I'm like bringing them a little forward. GY. I'll go to solid viewport. Now it's like too much. It's like a Joker face. I have to sleep seriously, otherwise I keep throwing up things more. I'll turn on bush rating. I guess this much is good. Yes. Let's do a render again. Okay, this is good. In next one I'll be definitely working on like hairs and teeth. Tongue is easy. Let me just make the tongue quickly. I'll go to solid viewport, add a cube, just subdivide it, subdivision surface. Actually there is a shortcut and small, maybe an add-on which acts like a shortcut to add subdivision surface quickly. That I'll find out and let you know, because even I don't use it personally, but there is one. It would be good that I start using it now, because as I'm using vanilla blender more and more, I have to like be quick. SX, and I'll come to side view, extrude it, scale it on Z axis, G, rotate, and there is our tongue. It's just to like what you call thick. We need to reduce its thickness. It's too thin also. We need to like add some sort of depth to it, I guess, and one more, something like this would do. A simple tongue. And in materials, I'll just simply add a red color to it, even though we are not being able to see it right now. But while I'll be adding some lip sync face, I don't know what it is called, mnemonics, Vismaze. So when we'll be working on Vismaze, actually mnemonic is also like a word, but use reference charts. Okay, yes. So mnemonic is also a word, or we can call it Vismaze. So when we'll be working on them, then you will be able to see the tongue more. I can move it a little like on y-axis, a little bit outwards. That's all for now. Let's sit after few hours again, and then we'll work on it definitely and complete it to some more extent. And maybe like another 2-3 sessions, I think it will be completed. At least the character would be completed. Then we'll be working on like rigging and animation kind of thing. We'll be working on them instead. So thank you. Please support, please subscribe, please like, please share. I keep forgetting to say that in the start of the live session and in between as well, but I hope you understand how much effort it takes to, work on small minute details and like work live and show you how things are being made. Like there might be way better ways to do same job, but like again, I am trying my best to, do things live, and many times we come across issues or we screw up something, so I keep on accepting the challenge. Like whenever I screw up, I correct those things live, and that's kind of another horror thing going into my brain. Like if I screw up at a very high level, how would I be able to face you guys? That's kind of a mental pressure that I go through while doing these live sessions. So please like, subscribe, share.